Did you know that eating food can trigger the same areas in your brain as addictive drugs? That's right, certain foods can actually release feel-good chemicals like dopamine, making you crave them just like you would a hit of your favourite substance. Food can be a lot more than just something we need to survive. It can be a source of pleasure, comfort, and even addiction. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself reaching for that extra slice of pizza or another cookie, even when you're not hungry? You're not alone. This is because food can tap into our brain's reward system, releasing chemicals that make us feel good. The connection between food and our brain's reward system is complex. Our brains are wired to respond to pleasure, and food is one of the most accessible sources of pleasure in our daily lives. But what makes certain foods more addictive than others? Is it the combination of sugar, salt, and fat? Or is it something deeper? Understanding how and why certain foods can lead to addictive behaviours or cravings similar to drug dependency can be tough. Food companies spend millions of dollars researching how to make their products more appealing, and they often use a combination of sugar, salt, and fat to activate our brain's reward centres. But there's more to it than just the ingredients. The truth is, our brains are highly adaptable, and they can develop tolerance to certain foods, just like they do to drugs. This means that over time, we may need to eat more and more of a certain food to get the same feeling of pleasure. And when we don't get it, we can experience withdrawal symptoms like irritability, anxiety, or even depression. Scientists have found that certain foods, like those high in sugar and fat, can activate the brain's reward system in a way that's similar to addictive drugs. This can lead to a cycle of craving and consumption that's hard to break. But what's even more surprising is that this cycle can be influenced by our emotions, environment, and even genetics. The role of neurotransmitters like dopamine in food cravings can't be overstated. Dopamine is often referred to as the pleasure molecule, and it's released in response to pleasurable activities, including eating. When we eat foods that are high in sugar and fat, our brains release a burst of dopamine, which can create a feeling of pleasure and satisfaction. But here's the thing. Our brains can get used to this constant flow of dopamine, and we may start to crave more and more of it. This is where the similarity between food addiction and substance addiction comes in. Just like people who are addicted to drugs, people who are addicted to food can experience intense cravings and withdrawal symptoms when they try to quit. Research has shown that food addiction is a real thing, and it's not just about willpower or self-control. In fact, studies have found that people who are addicted to food have altered brain chemistry, with changes in the level of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. One surprising study found that people who were addicted to food had similar brain activity patterns to people who were addicted to cocaine. This suggests that food addiction may be just as serious as substance addiction, and that it requires a similar level of treatment and support. So what does this mean for us? It means that we need to be more mindful of the foods we're eating and how they're affecting our brain chemistry. We need to recognise that food addiction is a real thing and that it's not just about individual willpower. In conclusion, food can have a profound impact on your brain chemistry and behaviour. Certain foods can release feel-good chemicals like dopamine, making us crave them just like we would a hit of our favourite substance. By understanding the science behind food cravings, we can take back control of our diets and our health. If you've ever struggled with food cravings or addiction, share your story with us in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about the connection between food and health, check out our next video on the hidden dangers of processed food.